Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I have a message today for Scorpio, really powerful, amazing message for Scorpio. To let you know how this works, I've asked my guides in spirit to bring a message through the cards that will be deeply meaningful and helpful for you as you navigate your journey this week. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I strongly invite you to subscribe to this channel so you can stay connected with this high vibration information from the other side every week. And if you're returning, I'm so appreciative and deeply grateful for you. Let's get right into your reading. We've got some amazing cards. So Scorpio, you have the Lady for the energy presented to the universe. No, presented by the universe to you this week. You're one and the same, the universe. No, I'm kidding. Sort of kidding. Anyway, this is a creative energy. It is a kind of active spiritual rebirth kind of energy, but one where you feel like bursting. She's like bursting, right? She's ready to burst forward. There's so much abundance, there's so much happiness, and there's so much fertility on this card, right? So it's like your idea is ready to come out, and your whatever it is, this new self, this new idea, this new path, something that you've been incubating and considering, but it's ready to burst forward. And it's ready to burst forward in a way that just flows beautifully and naturally. There is so much, there's river flowing on her cards. And I was reading yesterday about a particular Celtic goddess, and it talked about waterways being one of her sacred places. So that movement of water being a sacred life force kind of thing. So everything ready, poised to go. She's all pregnant, ready to give birth. So we're ready to spring forward. We're ready for this new path to open up in front of us. Now, interesting, you respond with the world energy. So it's kind of like, yes, I've known this. I've known that there's this part of me that's ready to come out, and this is a very powerful yet unassuming part of me that is ready. So again, this can be a new soul path, this can be a new venture, this can be a creative idea. There's so many things that this can be. But what's interesting to me is that you're responding with the idea of that, yeah, it's already within me. I already know that. But there's a stasis almost. There's a non-movement that happens. Whereas this card was flowing and waiting, is anticipating. This card is saying, I'm just gonna hold this quietly to myself in a moment in my heart. I'm just gonna keep it here a little bit longer because it's very precious to me. And there's also a vulnerability, right? She's completely naked except for this strategically placed leaf. It's like those Monty Python skits, right? They have the fig leaf. That's what that reminds me of. And yes, you've got everything. You've clearly achieved something strong internally, but for some reason it's not wanting to flow forward and it's not wanting to come out. It's just wanting to stay inside that egg. And there's something else about the world card. So just give me a second. They're trying to say something here. Interesting. It's almost like this connection is so strong and the connection is so deep that you don't feel a need to show it to others, that you don't feel a need to really put it out there because it's kind of like, well, I know it's here and it's here for me. It's just kind of funny too. I also feel that maybe this little image is like a snapshot of what's going on inside there. Like this is a big, huge accomplishment of power for you, but it's kind of sitting in there waiting to come out. Now let's look at let's look at the next cards because I think the next cards give us a lot more information. We've got the 9 of Wands, we've got the 5 of Wands, and we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Now, there's a reason why you're wanting to keep this idea, creation, new soul self, whatever, why you're wanting to keep it warm and safe in that womb. Because look at all the conflict that's on the outside, okay? There's a fear that it's going to really upset the status quo. And let me break it down. this, let me go backwards actually, this 10 of Pentacles, something that's been worked on and worked for very hard and long. There may be other people that depend on you showing up a certain way and being just one kind of thing. It's like they can only see one dimension of you. So there may be people that you're afraid of disappointing. And on the other hand, there's also this kind of visualization within you that showing up with that new thing is going to cause some conflict, and you're willing to stand there, but there's almost, especially next to this 5 of Wands, there's almost a comical feeling about this. Like, he's so stern and serious, and he's got and he's got that bandage, he's been wounded, and he's very defiantly standing there like, I'm not going to let these things hit me, you know? There's that scene in Lord of the Rings in the 3rd movie where there's a falling something, and it's about to fall on the head orc, and he just stands there, not moving. He just holds his ground, like inviting it to hit him on the head. And at the last movement, he moves out of the way. It's that kind of like bravado, like, I'm going to stand here no matter what. So you're thinking that you're going to have to really defend this creation, this creative baby. I'm just going to call it that so that we can all be on the same page. This creative baby. And you're really anticipating a fight. But then we get to this 5 of Wands, and it's kind of like, well, but who are you fighting with? There's these kids, and they're just having fun. They're playing fun in games. It's really not as scary or dramatic or overwhelming as you think. So it's kind of like in your head, this drama has been built up like, oh my God, if I show my creative baby to the world, I'm going to get all this opposition. Everyone's going to hate me. I'm going to be ostracized forever. It's this big, huge, dramatic thing. And this message is, come on, lighten up, lighten up. First of all, these people know who you are. You may think that they can't see who you are, but they know. I really feel that from this card, that there's an unconditional love and unconditional acceptance, especially with the presence of this dog here. And there's all sorts of different people on this card. There's an old man, young woman, young man, young woman. They're all doing different things, but they all belong. You may think that you've been so clever hiding it, but you're not. And so the idea is you're actually already accepted. This antagonism that you're anticipating, not even there. You're already accepted, and it's already there. And the reason why they're wanting you to know this is because of these 2 cards together. I mean, when we say to you, you've literally got the world, there's a reason why you have these rods of power in your hand. I don't know if you can see that. She's holding these rods of power, which means that she can control that universal energy. When you can control the universal energy, you don't have to fight with anyone. Why would there be a fight if you can control what the people are fighting are actually made of? So there's a new self, and you're not seeing the full dimensions of the benefits that new creative baby, that new self, is going to have on all these other people. 10 of Pentacles is also a card of rewards. So it's saying that you're rewarded and other people are rewarded. The inside and the outside are rewarded. But this kind of resistance that is, I'm going to say the word manufactured, that is manufactured, is getting in the way of you sharing that. It's getting in the way of you really showing what you know, and really showing others how they could also become whole. It's kind of preventing that from happening. They're telling me to look at the cards again, so just give me a second, please. Henpecked. Okay. So I think this is a specific message for someone. They wanted me to look at this hen in the dirt, that the idea of henpecked, that it's almost like maybe you've been henpecked in the past, like little people just kind of, like little mosquitoes biting you, little darts being thrown in your back. You feel like that might be an issue, or you've maybe done that to yourself of, oh, well, it's not quite good enough. It's not quite ready. I don't really want to do this. I'm not quite sure how to do this yet. But it's a nothing. It's really a nothing. This hen, pecking in the dirt really has no power over you or what is supposed to happen with you. So these are strong gifts from the universe, this opportunity to burst forward, to blossom that which you've been given, that talent that you've been given, that opportunity, that idea, whatever that force is for you. This is really a chance to blossom it forward. And there's nothing that you need from the other people. It's funny, her expression is almost kind of like non-committal. It's not like, yes, I've achieved it. It's just kind of like, yeah, it was part of me all along. I don't really have to get so worked up about it. And likewise, the way you feel about this, we're finally getting to the nuts, the meat, the nuts and bolts. The way you feel about this is exactly the response you'll get. If you're not comfortable about this, then you will get this stuff. If you're totally comfortable about this, you're going to bypass that other stuff and get this. So it's really about being comfortable with this new self, being comfortable with bringing it out and feeling like and knowing that it's happening in the right time for you and for those around you. Okay, just got my signal to end, so I always love to hear from you. So if you feel like leaving a comment, please do so. Again, your comments are appreciated. I also wanted to let you know I offer intuitive readings over Zoom. You can check out my website, trueguidancetarot.com, to learn more. There is also a Phoenix Path for those that are going through rebirths or awakenings of the soul and need some extra support. That's also available to you as well. So I look forward to seeing you next week, and have a good one.